Greetings. I hope everybody's doing well and finding time to practice self-care, continuing to practice self-care. I am inspired and moved to talk about how do we reclaim our joy, or when it comes to like dealing with negative thoughts and self-sabotage. And I personally, I think we all deal with it, but I was dealing with a circumstance, where I kept replaying the situation over and over in my head. And I think sometimes we can get stuck in, some negative experience happened and we begin to like play it and replay it and replay it. And sometimes it's like, we just need to be able to get out of it. We need to be able to like, how do we get out of that situation, right? Sometimes, hi cousin, thank you. Sometimes we just need a way to shift and get out of that circumstance. But I'll like just say it's important that we acknowledge how we feel. Whatever that negative experience is, whatever that thing that triggered you was, whatever that decision that you made was, it's important to acknowledge and be in it, but it's also important to get out of it so that we don't stay there. And so the other day, I had got these questions that came to my mind because I was dealing with a situation, just judging myself, being self-sabotaging myself for choices that I had made. Where you kind of like, oh, you know better, right? However, so these questions came to mind and I just wanted to share them with you all as a tool so that, the next time some situation or circumstance comes up, you'll have a resource on, how do I just begin to shift my mind away from that negative thinking and that self-sabotaging those thoughts. And so one of the questions is to just simply ask, what are you noticing about yourself, right? So what am I noticing about me right now? What am I noticing? What am I contributing to this situation? What am I learning about myself? Because a lot of times, like, it's easy to put the blame on other people. It's easy to look outside of ourselves, but we have to go within and say, what am I learning about me? Why did that bother me? What did I notice, right? Being able to like reflect within. And another question, the second question is, what are you noticing about the circumstance or the situation or even the other person, right? So that's, you look at yourself first and then look outside of yourself and, with that situation, that circumstance, what am I noticing right now? What am I noticing about that person? How that person reacted or responded or didn't, the lack thereof. What am I noticing about this circumstance I'm in? What am I noticing about the world right now? What am I noticing that's outside of me? Right? So that's Paula's. I need some earrings. You need to be a speaker and uplift people. That's what I do, cousin. Just because I don't post it all the time, but I work with women. I do coaching with women. I have a mastermind program. I do speaking. That's what I do. And so thank you for lifting that up. It really wasn't even something I knew I would do. Honestly, I was a little mute. I did not talk when I was young. I had to find my voice. And, it's just that thing where you just listen to what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And you lean into it, and you do that thing. So I was trying to look at the comments. I appreciate y'all engaging. So the third question is, what can you appreciate right now? Right? So although this negative situation happened, although this circumstance happened, what can I appreciate right now? What can I be grateful for right now in this moment? Like, I literally did this today. I was in the house working from home, and then I needed to get some air. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to get out the car. I'm just going to drive around and find a little spot. And I just sat there quietly in my car, and I just started giving thanks. I started giving thanks, even though our situations and circumstances right now is it appears to be limited. However, what can you be grateful for right now? Right? So I was like, I'm grateful I got food in my refrigerator. I'm grateful that I got a car that I can drive around in, that I can come home to a space, a sacred space, a safe space, that, all the things that I can appreciate and be grateful for. It's so important to, pause and just give thanks. What can I appreciate? And if it's regarding a situation or a circumstance, look at that. Get to that point where, have your moment, right? Feel what you need to feel. But when it's time to come out of it, you got to be able to say, what can I appreciate about that situation or that person or that circumstance? Find the good in it. You got to be able to find the good in it. And another question is, what can I be proud of about myself? Right? So what am I proud of? Even though that situation happened, even though I made this bad choice or whatever, what can I be proud of about myself? What's something I can pull from it and lift up? So it's one thing to appreciate everything, but then specifically for you, you got to be proud of yourself for what you did do, in moving through that situation and circumstance. And then finally, the fifth question is, what lessons will you take away from this situation or the person or the circumstance? So what lessons, right? What can I take away from this? So after I've looked within, I looked at myself, what did I notice about me? What did I notice about the other person or the other circumstances outside of myself? What do I appreciate right now in this moment? What am I proud of? And then what lessons can I learn from this situation and circumstance? So those are just some questions that literally came to me the other morning. I would say, what was it, Sunday morning? It came to me. I woke up and these questions came to me because I was dealing with a situation that I was spinning in my head, and I'm a processor. I'm good with going within. And so I said, I got to get this out. And so it's important, literally, write these questions down, make columns, and just, write it in your journal just to process the situation. And if you're not able to write it in the journal, just simply ask those questions, because a lot of times we stay stuck. There are people who want to stay stuck in their story. They want to stay stuck in telling the negative story over and over and over again. And whether you telling it to somebody else or you telling it to yourself over and over, we have to be able to get out of that. We can't, because once you think negative, it's going to bring another negative thought and another negative thought and another negative thought. And the next thing you know, you stuck going like this in circles over and over, replaying that same tape in your head when it's not serving you. And so we got to be able to reclaim our joy and come out of that situation and circumstance. And so these are just some questions that help me. And I'm going to continue to use, and I just felt inspired to come and share with you all, because I know folks are probably dealing with a lot right now. I just wanted to share that. Let me see. I'm going to look at the comments, and y'all are just going on here. Cousin Samantha, these questions are huge, really impactful. You are born for this. Thank you, cousin. Meditation. What did I do? Okay, did I switch my... Dang, how did I... No, continue. Sorry, y'all, I didn't press something and I don't even know how to flip it back. Oh, here we go. Wait. There we go. Not being selfish, journaling toxic. So yeah, I just wanted to share those reflection questions just to offer, so that you can get yourself out of self-sabotaging and negative thinking. And like I said earlier, this is my cousin was alluding, saying that I should be a speaker. And yes, I'm just like being obedient and just saying yes to what I'm supposed to be doing. But I want to get like some feedback from folks. I put together this 5-minute survey just to kind of like see what people want to hear from me. You know, like what topics that you want to hear me talk about or do videos about or even provide services for, because I do one-on-one coaching with women. I have a Magnetic Woman Mastermind program that I do. It's a 6-month journey that we're halfway through right now. And I do workshops. Y'all know I do workshops in person, and I'm also going to be doing more live and virtual workshops as well. And so I'm going to post the link to my survey in the comments or at the bottom of this video, and it only takes about 5 minutes. I just want to hear your feedback on what challenges you're going through right now, and like how can I be of service, and how can I utilize what you're going through to be able to come and speak about it if it resonates with what it is that I can speak about. So I would really appreciate y'all if y'all would respond to that for me. And yeah, and if this has inspired you in any way, leave a comment, let me know. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll see you later. Peace, love, and light.